Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have more of a documentary. If you guys have not heard, there is a community called the Return to the Land Project. And this project is an all-white community in Arkansas. Some people pulled together money to buy land to build a community only for white people. So I traveled all the way to Arkansas to find out the truth about this community. The media has demonized them, called them names, so I wanted to see and talk to some of the people that are there. Let's get right into it. How long have you been at the Return to the Land project, and how are you liking it so far?
I showed up here about 3 months ago, and I've really enjoyed my time here so far. It's kind of like a summer camp, but instead of pay to be here, you work to be here. I've really enjoyed everyone that I've met here. Really great group of people, really smart people, and I've really enjoyed hanging out with everyone. I feel like I've already made lifelong friends here, and I've really enjoyed the community and also the local community in these small towns around here. The people are really nice, and it's a great area.
What would you say to, the media or people that think this is a community full of white supremacists, racists, like neo-Nazis? What do you want to say to them?
It's really just a small town of a couple dozen families, not many people here. We just want to have the right of free association to live around people who are like-minded. On the topic of it being a white supremacist community, it's not that we're just limiting it to white people. I think most white people we wouldn't want most white people to be our neighbors even. We're discriminating on anything we'd like to. On the terms of politics, we wouldn't want to live around people who hold common liberal beliefs. We don't want to be around people who are drug addicts. We don't want to be around people who have extensive criminal records, all those sorts of things. The point is to just have some ability to decide who you're living with. That's the whole purpose of this, and it doesn't need to just be for what we're discriminating on. We think that everyone should have the right to be able to live around people that they want to live around. It's a freedom of association. Anybody could create, say, a black-only community like they have in Freedom, Georgia, or a Jewish-only community, or a Indian-only community, or a certain religion-only community. All these are options for freedom of association, and that's the legal right that we're fighting for with this project.
Why do you think this is such a controversial topic? Why are they scared that white people are building their communities?
Well, it's controversial because it's white. If it were any other race or any other topic, I don't think it would be controversial. I think I've seen some interviews that you've done with people. You ask them, how do you feel about people starting a black-only community? Oh, that's great, that's awesome. But as soon as it's white-only, just through training in the media, training in the overall zeitgeist of our political understanding of things, we've been trained to see any kind of discrimination on the basis of race, specifically in the direction of white people, to be essentially like the ultimate evil. That's who we are as Americans. We're white people, and this country used to be full of small towns like that are around here that were a vast majority, nearly 100% white. And because there isn't that freedom of association, overnight that can change. Like in Springfield, Ohio, where in the matter of a year, it went from a 90% plus white city to over 50% of the population were Somalians. And that's a complete destruction of what that town is. All the town is, all the neighborhood is, all the country is, are the people who are in it and the demographics of those people.
What's your name?
Peter.
How long have you lived here at the Return to the Land community?
Just under 2 years.
What is your favorite part about it?
The chickens.
The chickens?
Got a lot of chickens. I can eat them whenever I want.
Why did you decide to move to a place like this?
I decided to move to the Ozarks because it's a deep red state area. Everyone's really conservative. It's easy to find people in this area who homeschool, and Arkansas, Missouri also have really, really good gun laws. So that's why I decided on the Ozarks as an area. And this group that we ended up buying land with, it was because we shared a lot of political and social values, so we wanted to buy land together.
How important is it to, live in a community with like-minded individuals, or individuals that share similar values to you, similar cultures, similar traditions?
It makes a huge difference, and I wouldn't even say that most of them stem from race. I think that's definitely an important part of it, but there's so many other things that are part of it too. But it makes a huge difference. It just makes you happier all around because you don't have to watch yourself when you're talking about political issues in public or with other people. You don't have to like worry that someone's going to get offended when you say something that they don't agree with. The people have gotten really rabid in recent years. So, and also if you're raising kids, you don't want your kids to be influenced by other people's kids who are learning like horrific things in school and from their parents and teachers and all that. So you want your kids to be raised in an environment where they're learning sort of compatible things from other people. You know, everyone wants their kids to be raised with good moral values. So
Where would you like to see this community go in like 5 to 10 years? Like what other things would you like to see here?
I think just more people living here would be the best that I could hope for. If we have all kinds of other stuff, that would be cool, like economic activity and businesses set up and big community center with events and stuff like that. That would be really cool, but that's like an extra. Honestly, if it was just in 5 or 10 years, it was just more families living here with their houses built, that would be awesome, and I wouldn't even need any more than that.
How does it feel being gray in this all-white community? Do they treat you well? Do you experience racism here? What's your name?
My name is David.
How long have you been at this Return to the Land community?
Last summer, since June, but I haven't been on my actual lot since about fall or winter time because we didn't have any roads.
Why did you decide to move to a place like this?
I was really interested in homesteading, so I didn't have a lot of money, so the cheap land and being able to just build whatever I want. And also, I thought it was a really cool idea to have like-minded people share space together and just live together next to each other. And it's been awesome.
What do you think of the media trying to slander this community, you know, calling you guys all sorts of names? What are your thoughts on that?
It's to be expected, and it exposes the anti-white narrative that the media is trying to push. And I think that's a really good thing. So I'm glad that we did the Sky News thing and got a lot of attention.
Where do you see this community heading to in like 5 to 10 years? What would you like to see? What would be the ideal scenario here?
Lots of families, lots of kids. Me, I'd like to grow my own food, but generally, white people in general, you know, realizing that there's a way they can escape the society they're not too fond of. Well, not escape society, but to be able to live in a space where basically I want lots more of these communities to be propping up all around the country or the world. And so people have a base point from which they can, you know, be secure in their life and their family and have families and be able to maybe possibly even do more activism on top of that because they have a secured, you know, land and house.
All right, guys, what is up? This is day 2 here at the Return of the Land project. I've been having a good time so far. You know, there's some amazing people here, cool guys. They've been extremely hospitable to me. You know, they gave me a place to stay, made some food for me yesterday. Just great people here overall. I think a lot of people are very quick to judge something that is new, something that might be a little controversial. But if you've never actually came here, you've never visited, you've never interacted with these people, then you'll never know. I'll show you guys some more work that's being done here. Yeah, they're building. I assume this is some sort of, I don't know, water system, sewage system. I don't know what this is exactly. But yeah, work is being done here. There's some construction in the area. There's a cabin or / house right there. Some tractors. Again, there's some houses over there. A trailer, another house. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this will go. They have plans of making some more communities in different states, but they picked Arkansas, from what I understand, from the legality. It was the easiest place to do something like this, and also it was not too expensive. If people want to do this, if there's a need and there's a want for people to do this, then fuck yeah, go ahead and do it. You know, people should not judge. People just want to live around people who look like them, share the same culture, share the same heritage, the same values. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I've heard there was all black towns. I haven't looked into it too much, but I think there's one that is close by to here. And they only got praise. More power to them. They can go live in their own communities if that's what they choose. What's the problem with that? We will head over, building some sort of pavilion area for some events that will be hosted here in the future. Let's go check that out. As we walk more towards here, we saw this yesterday. Obviously, there's some younger guys working, and from what I understand, they're obviously working to get paid. They're learning skills, real skills in the real world, you know, how to build a house. Even when everything crashes, AI will take the unskilled labor jobs. They'll even take the doctors, lawyers, like we already see with ChatGPT. You could ask them for law advice, for medical advice. And obviously they just have to read the books and kind of give you the summaries. So these young guys are actually learning skills out in the real world that can't really get taken away from them in the near future. That is pretty awesome and it's refreshing to see. Literally nothing was here. It was only trees and shrubs. Even the roads, like the dirt roads here, were not even made. There's some sort of shed. It's really just a regular community, guys. It's really just a regular community that people privately bought and wanted to live around people that are similar to them. That's literally all it is. And people getting mad about that, again, it's absolutely fucking insane. Absolute insanity. Let's go take a look here. It's like a nicer RV for now. Obviously they have some RVs while they are building their cabins, building their houses, things of that nature. Yeah, let's go check it out. Yeah, so here it is. Some sort of, I mean, that's obviously where the garden will be. The clear little house thing. I don't even know what to call it. Outside lounge. I mean, this is literally just, say just a normal living space. Obviously a trailer's not the best option, but works for now. And this is a pretty nice one. Let's go take a look in here. So yeah, this is a lot nicer of a shower. The bathroom, obviously a sink. Yeah guys, I mean, that's kind of it. There's not much more to it. Again, yeah, that's about it. There's not much else to it. There are some RVs, there's cabins that already have been built, houses that are in progress. Some, again, cool guys, the young guys working over there on the pavilion. So I'll be very curious to see how this will play out in the near future. I will definitely be coming back here. I mean, this is genuinely a nice area, like the trees, the nature. The only problem, I guess, is the airport is a bit far. And things, without a car, you can't really get anywhere. So it's a lot different than a big city or even Miami where I stay at. I think it'd be pretty interesting. When I get back to Miami, I'll show you guys the contrast of living here in this community and then in Miami. And I guess we'll see the difference. Should be pretty interesting. I think most of you guys will know if you've been to a rural area, more rural area, and then a big city. You see, maybe sometimes it makes you think, is diversity not always a strength? And can we admit that? Why is this so taboo? But yeah, this has been Return to the Land. All right, guys, that was the Return to the Land project community, the all-white town that the media demonized so much for no good reasons. Clearly, you guys saw, we talked to some great guys here. We showed you guys some of the projects that are in play, some of the construction that is being made. And there was absolutely no problem with it. Just a simple community of like-minded individuals that share similar values, culture, heritage, and that really just want to be left alone. That's kind of all they want to do. If you guys want a community, you know, that's very lost nowadays with a lot of people, maybe you can apply here. Maybe it's something that will be interesting to you. I will leave the donations link for the Return to the Land project in the description below. I'll leave the application page if you guys are interested. Obviously, there's a process to see if you can get accepted. If you are interested, see you guys back in Miami.